What's up, guys? Coming to you with a Zing deck profile 2015 July after the new July ban list dropped, where Trish came back, Jin got hit. Gonna be a skillful format. Just put it that way. Let's get right into this deck profile, though. For monsters, we run one Zifraxi, Treasure of the Zing, because scale just helps you get your plays off. Makes anything a tuner when you special him from deck or pendulum summon him. All in all, good card. Then we run one of the other scales, Zephyr. Searches your paths and creations if you really need to. No really other explanation needed. One Pulau. I run one Pulau because I don't think spells are really that big this format. It's more so traps and another name to go into with the Zings. One Mask Chameleon helps get your plays off later in the game. And rank 8, level 8s, level 7s, all in all, good card for the deck. So one Thunder King just helps in some of the matchups. Necros helps slow him down. Cleese helps slow him down. Just good card overall. 2 Jiaotu, because Jiaotu's good, but you only really get his second effect, which is why he's good. If you open him and 2 Zings going first and going second, you're not always guaranteed to get his effect off. And then we run 2 Chiwen, Light of the Zing, because he's a tuner and he has a grave effect to special himself. So yeah, you get one use, but that one use can make the monster you need for game. Then I run 2 Tauti, because I don't really think Tauti's effects that good. He's just there as a beat stick, more or less. But going against Shaws, they have a window. You just special him, crash him into the window, and get another special. So 2 Suani, Fire the Zing, because the Baxia loop is real. Make one Baxia one turn and another Baxia the next. Just clear their board. And tack on 500 attack and defense is pretty good for synchros. 2 Bien, because Bien being unable to be destroyed by battle is a pretty good thing this format, I guess. Not as good as some of the other formats that we've had, because this format's mostly about effects and effect negation, but still a really good card to have. 3 Bixie, because like I said, this format's more so back row, traps, and you run one skill drain in the deck, so helps you get by your own skill drain and other traps. Then we run 3 Veilers. Really doesn't have a place in this deck. I just enjoy the card. I think this format's all effect negation, and with the new Trish coming back, the old Trish coming back, he can help, I guess, more against other synchro matchups and decks that can make the Trish. So for traps, we run 1 Jar of Avarice. I do it at 2, but 1 seems to be just fine right now. It's a broken card. I can see it getting hit in the future if more people start running it and get a hold of it. Shuffle 5 cards into the deck, draw 1. So recycle paths and creations if you really need to. 1 Torrential, it's a staple, and you running this deck phenomenal, especially with your Bixies. Keep your board presence and get rid of your opponent's really nice card. 1 Skill Drain, you have your Bixies and can help against the matchup against like Necros, Yozenjus, it helps. Helps against Harpies too. 1 Mistake, helps slow your opponent down just like the Thunder King, but gives you your back grow, so you keep your normal summon so you can do your Zing stuff and whatnot. 2 Creation, you have to have at least 2 creation in the deck or your deck's going to be slow, or than it can potentially be, but I like it at 2. 3 is good too, but at 2 it seems to be working just fine. 2 Oasis, This card is pretty much meant for this deck. It just gets you your Zing effects from grave if you have no board presence, and it acts as MST bait. You just chain it to the MST, get your monster effects. For spells, we run 1 Soul Charge. I really don't like this card, but I think it's a necessity for the deck to get your synchro plays to go off faster. It all in all recycles everything from grave. 1 Dark Hole, because again, your Zings get destruction effects. It's very useful. Keep your board presence while clearing your opponents. 1 Regeki, because who wouldn't want to run a Regeki in any deck just to wipe your opponent's board, get some damage put in. 2 MST, because back row is a thing this format, as I've said before, but you really need to worry about the back row because there's finishes, Elusive turns are here now. There's a lot of broken back row cards. We run 3 Upstart. I really think Upstart's a necessity for slower decks like this, which helps you get into your deck faster to make your plays with the cards you get off of it. It's more or less a fail-safe in the deck, I guess you can put it. And you absolutely have to run 3 Path. This card is your recycler, your drawer. It is broken. It's like your Pot of Avarice in a way. Shuffle 3 and draw 2. It's a really broken card. Helps you in the grind matches. And yeah, on to the extra deck. For the extra deck, we run 1 Star Eater. Out to your towers. Really good card. Not much responses to it. 1 Leo, because Leo is a big wall to get by. It's all in all hard for a lot of decks to push by a Leo. And then 2 Qiaofeng. He is probably the most broken extra deck monster for any deck to date, in my opinion. Stops in the matchups. Burning Abyss, you put him on board first turn using a Jiaotu or a Chiwen and a Tao-Ti, it's pretty much GG. Unless they can somehow slowly put 2 monsters on board and then Fire Lake your board, I guess. But you're bound to have a Bixie under him too, so a lot of decks going against him. You make him, it's pretty much GG. Then 1 Beals, because Beals is a gargantuan wall to get by. Can't be destroyed by battle card effects. Really good this format. Not good against Trish. Trish destroys him though, but you know, still all in all good card, especially paired up with Scrap Dragon. But Scrap Dragon, because your Zings get destruction effects, so you're pretty much clearing a card off your opponent's board while you're keeping yours. All in all, really good card. I run 1 Crimson Blader, because a lot of people think he's not good anymore, but he's good against like the Shadal matchup and Necros matchup. I mean, yeah, they can put a Unicorn on board next turn, but it still won't negate his effect because it happened last turn. And then we run 2 Baxia, because Baxia loop, 2 turns, clear board, put some damage in. Really good card. It's pretty much your Mistworm. Yeah. Then we run 1 Yazi. Again, Yazi with a Jiaotu, Bixie, and Bian is a very hard wall to get by. Pretty much a mini Leo in a way. Just pretty broken, and he acts as a Scrap Dragon too. 1 Black Rose, because you get destruction effects and it clears the entire board. So you get your effects and your opponent loses any presence they had. And then we run 1 Clear Wing, because Clear Wing's good against Shadals, it's good against Lightsworn, it's good against Necros. Unless they make the Unicorn, but if you can have a Valor in hand with him on board, Valor the Unicorn, then he's live on their turn. 1 Goyo, because Goyo's a good card. I couldn't see not running him. Just take your opponent's monsters, keep them from getting them back from grave, stuff like that. Get beat sticks, I guess. We run 1 Armades, because battle traps really do suck. Swing with him, prod him a bit for some damage, and then we run 1 armor arm because armor arm's the boss. Pretty much, say you have an Armades and you equip armor arm to him with 3300 beat stick that every time destroys monster, inflict damage equal to that monster's attack. Just all in all, a really good card. But yeah, that's my deck profile, July 2015 ban list. If you have any questions, leave a comment. You guys have a good day. Peace.